All right, so what's gonna happen here is we're gonna react, me and John, to this video here. We don't really know what this is gonna entail, but we're gonna react.
I know what it's gonna entail. Misogyny.
Yeah, look how much their viewers have dropped since the last one, by the way, since the one we just watched.
That's ridiculous.
I'm just saying, I dislike these guys a lot.
Do you know why their viewers dropped so much?
Why?
Probably 100% because they didn't put Sneeko in the title.
Probably.
Say that.
I may not like the man.
Anything, like if you tell me, like the generic ones, like if you don't like, if you try to tell me to not like, change my outfit, like you're crazy.
Exactly, that's so controlling. I hate when that happens, you know?
Does that happen to you?
No, I mean for girls, that's crazy.
Some people do that. No one has ever done that to
I would
me.
never.
But whenever, even if no one has ever done it to me.
We care about what people wear now.
If I even see it, I'm like, I hate you.
Yeah,
like,
I wish a nigga
who do
would.
you think you are? Yeah, like,
I mean,
wish you would try to.
Like I know we talked about like how I said who would wear that out in a, like to a podcast. Not the last one, but it's not like let's say hypothetically that was my girlfriend. I don't give a fuck. You wear what you want to wear.
Yeah, but like there's the thing of like, hey, wear something nicer. We're going to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say you can't wear something.
But if you like really want to, I am fine if you go in fucking sweatpants and a fucking hoodie to anywhere.
I think what they're trying to get at though is like if it's more like revealing.
Yeah,
is what they're going for, and like I'm coming for someone who is in a relationship. I would never like. What is, you know, like what am I gonna gain out of that? I'm gonna get a girlfriend who like resents me. Like, I don't care what you wear. I'm gonna be looking at you too. Come on. I like what I like. I'll watch you too.
Yeah, you're like, I'm watching you for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hope sometimes you wear something like that. To be honest.
For real. Yeah.
That makes me angry. Or like tell me what to do, or like in any way, like where to go. You're not going to
like the type.
Yeah,
you don't need no man.
I'm a PhD. Who are you?
Yo, fuck leadership. Who are you, nigga? Fuck leadership, man. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2 is kind of what she said, like no goals, or more specifically, I'm goal oriented too, and I'm doing a lot of things.
I think they're saying red flags is what they're doing.
Or you're gonna like
red flags in men.
Like they're never gonna say that, but they're not. They're pretending to do something.
Well, you know that all the guys are just gonna try to defend all the red flags.
That's gonna be
bad, girl.
I'm already seeing them defend it.
All right, I have a question for you.
Also, the very casual racism happening.
Yes, I do value that, but also I can contribute as well. Like I'm not gonna just sit there. But I do value that because it makes it easier for me to do what I'm doing what I'm doing.
Okay, so you do want a man that can protect and provide.
Yes, that's like a biological thing.
Okay, and you want a man that's a leader.
Of course. Why would I want a follower?
Okay, cool. So you want a guy. So wouldn't it be fair to say
50-50?
that if he's a protector and a provider, that he has some degree of authority over you?
No, those are not related.
What does that make? How does that make sense?
It sounds like she said 50-50 for real.
What the fuck?
No, she didn't say 50-50 because she said she wants a protector and a provider.
She said she could do
I
it
value equality, but I don't know what 50-50 means. That could be like
That's the same thing.
I do not want equality.
Okay, hold on.
All right, let's get this straight. Relationships aren't 50-50.
No.
Relationships
honestly,
are 100-100. You give your best every single fucking day. And if your best is quote unquote just for example based, like 60% of your normal 100, that's still your 100 for the day, and that's fine.
You can have a really bad day and not want to do anything you normally want to do.
Yeah.
You could give a solid 5%.
But
sometimes that happens.
The point is that is your best that you can give. That's what matters. All right, and then there's going to be days where I can give 120%. You know, where I can go above and beyond. You know, like it there's never a 50-50 at all.
Yeah.
And you give your best.
Hold on. She said she wants a protector and a provider. She didn't say she wants someone that's gonna go 50-50 with her. If you want a protector and a provider, that means that that's the man's job. I think I understand what she's saying here.
As a woman, like if a man is protecting and providing, then I will be supporting and being the soft one.
Okay.
So that's both of us.
Let's go ahead and go into brass tacks.
So
do you expect to pay the majority
I know
of the
many
real...
people who have the traditional provider role, protector and provider, and I also know the reverse, right? There is ways to have equal amount. without naming names, I know people who the husband has a job and the wife does all the work around the house.
Yeah.
Makes food, goes shopping, does all of that, right?
And if that works for them, you know, like that works for them. Why?
Yeah.
I just don't get how
Perfectly
we're, like,
happy.
making this a quote unquote like this is how it has
Yeah.
to be.
They're both still doing hard work, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they get to have a say over each other.
No, I mean you're doing the same amount of shit, just
Yeah.
different avenues. Like
One's not.
we're not even talking about like a stay-at-home mom. Do you know how hard it is to take care of kids on a 24-hour basis?
Oh my god, it'd be awful.
I'm sure it's a little different when it is your kids. I get that, but
Oh
also
yeah,
like
there's the.
let's put it this way: if you go to work for an 8-hour shift, and you have a stay-at-home wife with like say 2 kids, your wife has been home with those kids since they woke up.
That is a almost 24-hour shift.
For real.
Because
And
your
then-
wife was probably up at night having to feed them, burp them, change them.
We're not even talking about like the emotional thing. Like when something goes wrong, they're not going to dad. That's not there. Like they're
Yeah.
going to like if they have a nightmare at like 3 a.m, they're not knocking on the door for dad.
Yeah.
Like they're knocking on the door for who's home with them, because that's who they talk to. That's who like they're like kind of I guess like comfortable with. Like you're
Yeah,
giving
and
the same amount of work. I
And
even
then there
argue
is also-
sometimes more.
Oh yeah. Then there's also like stay-at-home dads,
Yeah.
right? They perfectly fine, right? It's the same amount of work. It just in reverse.
Yeah, and like I mean, like we can get into like the quote like the gender norms to where like women are more nurturing, whatever, men are more like emotionally unavailable. Like we can get into that, and I'm sure to some degree that's true, but that's not how it always is anymore. I mean,
No.
there's dads who like their wife goes to prison, or their baby mama goes to prison or some shit like that, and then they have that kid. Then they got to learn to be emotional there. They got to learn to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's a lot that it's not cut and dry. It never is going to be cut and dry. Every situation is going to be different, especially with a relationship and a relationship with kids.
Oh yeah.
Every time. Like why?
Bills in the household
It's-
if you're in a serious relationship with a man.
That's so specific of
It
like
is very
what is
specific,
what
I
is no, but specific to the 2 people and the point
Yes.
of life you're at, because
Facts.
what is my job? Like
Yes.
what if he just got fired and now
I'm
I
talking
can
about,
step in?
in general, would you want this man to be the predominant breadwinner, protector, and provider for you in the household where he is handling the majority of the bills?
No, for me personally, I don't think I
So
would
you
want
want it 50-50?
Fuck that, dude. If my
That's
wife or my girlfriend makes enough money where I don't gotta go to work, fuck yeah.
Yeah, if I could be
Yeah,
a stay-at-home
if
house
you hate me for
husband,
that,
stay-at-home
then
dad,
I
100% would.
I don't want to go to work. I'd way rather stay home with
Yeah.
kids just
So
because
you
like
want
I'd
a
rather be
50-50
around my kids than
I
be at
guess
work.
so. That works for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Every
if
day
you're
of it.
having a 50-50 relationship, that means
I'm sure
that
almost
protection and
every
provision
parent
and
feels
everything else
that
you
way.
mentioned is split
I'd
down
way
the
rather
middle.
be around my kids.
I'm talking about money wise.
Oh.
Do your
okay.
shit.
So
I'm
you,
gonna do mine.
so you only want him. You only
So you gotta hold
want
the
to
block, too.
provide 50% of the income, and he provides 50%.
Maybe I'd be okay with it. I would be okay with it.
Okay, but
I
he
would-
but
Depends on
he's still in
how
charge of you
it
from
actually
a
breaks
protection
up.
standpoint.
Yeah.
Physical.
I
Depends
think
on who
that
makes
that's
more,
something
too.
that he's better at because he's physically bigger than me and like
Okay.
as
Like
a man,
hypothetically, if
then-
I make 50K a year and my girlfriend makes 100K a year, like for rent, and especially if they chose where we live, I'd expect them to pay a little more, and I would
Oh, yeah.
expect the vice versa. Like me and my girlfriend, let's say we're getting a house. I make 200K, she makes 50K, and I want a house that's more expensive, where it's like we're paying like $5,000-6,000 a month. You know, like I feel like I would pay 4,000, she'd pay like 2,000 maybe. You know. Like
Yeah.
something like that. Just because I make that more money, I chose to live there. Like there's a whole lot of factors. A whole lot. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
You
his
should do
job
that.
is
That's
to
his
protect
strong
you.
suit.
Like
Yeah,
they're
you
just
should.
looking at
Okay.
such a
So since his
minute
job is to protect
What
you,
am I
part
gonna
of
do?
this.
That's fine. I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
also,
So
everyone's
since his job is to
different.
protect
Yeah.
you, wouldn't it be fair to say that he has some degree of authority over you since he has to protect
Why
you?
does there have to be authority?
No. By protecting me, he's working for me. I'm authoritating over him.
God,
That doesn't
Alright.
make any
she's
sense.
independent.
But
That
you
doesn't
gotta
make
understand that.
That
If
makes
he's
zero
protecting
sense.
me, like I am, he's doing me a service. He's protecting me.
What
How
is-
is that him telling me what to do?
Why are
Okay, you do understand.
Why are we?
let me-
Why is it a service? Why are we using that terminology?
You should feel honestly kind of a responsibility in yourself.
It's not a service. I take care of my girlfriend because I want to take care of my girlfriend. I love her and I want to make sure she's good. That's
Like if
all.
some
That's
dude,
it.
like if you and Alyssa were out at like a bar or something, right?
Yeah.
And some dude just came up and started like drunkenly hitting on her. I'm sure she could handle herself. Let's
she
be
would
honest.
completely handle herself. And the only time I step in
But
is
I
when
feel
she
like-
gives me the look. And if anyone's been in
Yeah.
a relationship, in general, you know the look.
Oh yeah.
Like you know the look.
Even if you're not in a relationship,
Like-
sometimes if someone just locks eyes with you for a split second, you know the
Yeah,
look.
it's human nature. Like it's
the please help me
communication.
look.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen it, and even if they haven't, they'll know it when they do see it.
Like don't get me wrong. Like if he says something sideways, I'm jumping in pre. You know.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
If I am comfortable enough in my relationship and who I am to where you can talk, I don't give a shit. But if you say something sideways, we're gonna have issues.
Like if he starts making like Alyssa like really uncomfortable and like leaning up on her,
Yeah.
then there's a problem.
But
But, like-
didn't you know, John, that me doing that for her is a service now? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
like, it's a service
Like-
apparently.
it's like get back to work, Milky.
And now we have authority. You know, like there's a authoritative figures. Like imagine my 22-year-old ass like saying I'm an authority figure over my 24-year-old girlfriend.
That's insane.
That makes no sense. Like she's a grown ass woman. There's no authority.
Maybe I
this in-
don't.
you-
Honestly, in any
I'm gonna-
relationship,
I'm
there
gonna-
should
let me
really
explain
never
this,
be
let me
any
explain this, let me
authority.
explain this.
Yeah.
You do understand that the president can't go anywhere unless the Secret Service clears it, correct?
Okay.
So, the president is the most powerful man in the United States. However, he doesn't move unless the Secret Service tells him to move.
That's so he doesn't get
Okay.
shot.
So, by that logic, that means that the person that's in charge of protecting you actually does have the authority over you to tell you when and where you can go.
That's not what.
I'm just using the
It's-
example of the president of the United States, the most
That's
powerful
too
person
drastic
in the
of a
world,
scale.
which you are nowhere near. However, you think that you can dictate to a man how he's going to protect you.
She's not about to be
It's
assassinated.
directly
You-
what
Yeah.
you said because the
You did
example
say
you
There's
gave
no
was
fear
no
of
man
her
can tell me
being
how to dress. And I
assassinated.
agree
guarantee you
with
she doesn't matter
Yeah.
enough to be shot.
But I'm
on the
challenging your
street.
viewpoint that him
Yeah.
telling you how to dress is a component of him properly protecting you.
What is
How
he protecting
insecure are
me
you as a
from?
man?
Yourself.
I mean, there's always the thing of
No, we
like,
should actually be like, you can wear
Hey,
whatever you want.
wear a
If
hoodie or
anybody
something,
says
it's cold
anything
out.
about
But
it,
that's
then
like a-
they're-
if you don't want
they're
to,
completely making
who
it
gives a
like
shit?
they don't
You
want
You
other
do
men
realize
looking
that there's
at
like
your
the
girlfriend is what
there's a
they're
serial
Yeah.
killer going fucking rampant in
but
your
like
part
if
of
you
the
said, "Hey,
country
wear a
right
hoodie,
now.
it's cold out," and they don't wear a
They understand
hoodie,
That's on them.
Midwest,
I don't like-
who
still
gives a
going
shit?
That's on them.
for the better part of a decade plus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an extreme example, but that's when women tend to listen is when I talk about serial killers.
Yeah.
But what I'm explaining to you is that if a man is charged with protecting you, then that means that he needs to have some degree of authority over how he's going to protect you because he has that responsibility. If you have responsibility, that means that it comes with authority. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
I can agree with that.
So, how can you dictate to a man who's responsible for protecting you how you're going to go out into the world dressed when he is the one
Because-
that's tasked with protecting you?
Because I would say that I can go out there and I can wear this outfit and someone can, like, that's not on me if someone comes after me for that. That they're wrong. I'm wearing what I want to wear. They're wrong for attacking me
Absolutely, they're
for
wrong.
any for at all.
Absolutely. Hold on, Miss Kelsey. Yeah, I understand that they're wrong for that, but you do understand that the world is a cold place and that you don't.
I'm not going out there
I
naked.
got 5 brothers. Listen.
It's, I know you're not
That's
going out
like
there naked,
saying
but perverts are perverts.
Yeah.
victims are at
So-
fault.
Would
I
it be
think
fa-
he could
Yeah,
talk to
how
me about
dare
it.
you be in
He
this
won't-
bank when it got
He's
robbed?
not
man.
meant to talk to you about
Yeah.
it. No.
Well, that's really
What?
good that you use
not-
that.
How dare you use this bank? It's your fault you lost money. You were the one who put your money in a bank.
Say, hey, I'm nervous for your safety because I know that the serial killer's out here looking for you dressed like that, and so maybe you could wear a jacket.
All right, let me ask you a question. Real
See?
quick. Let's use your logic.
I wouldn't even do
Let's
that.
say you meet a guy, right? Let's say you meet a guy.
Yeah.
He's handsome and he's good looking, etc., and he does it for you, right? He looks good.
Yeah.
But then you go on your first date, and he asks you, "Hey, where do you want to go?" I'll go here. Okay, cool. Let's go there. You sit down, you're talking, you're chatting it up, and everything else like that. And he says, "You know what? you're kind of cute. Can I kiss you? What would you say to that?
Yeah. If I like him, I would say yeah.
Okay.
It depends on the
And then he kisses you, and
person.
he kind of like gets a little bit of extra tongue in there. and it's kinda
She
soft,
was
it's
like
weird.
maybe at first, and then she was like,
but he
"It
tried, right?
depends."
It's the
Okay. And then after he says, "Oh my God, like,
That's
can
a
I
pet peeve, by the way.
can I touch your arm?" And when he goes to touch you, he's like kind of trembling.
Look at your face. You're cringing right now.
Yeah, because that's kind of weak.
so you're
Oh.
uncomfortable already.
Okay. So you're okay,
You're
right? So you don't want a man
uncomfortable
to like. You want it to just get it, right? You want it to just like know what triggers you, what turns you on, what doesn't. Understand, arouse you naturally, make you feel good, and you don't have to. You don't have to think about it, right? You just want to be able to be pretty and show up.
Well, yeah, because that's why it wouldn't work with everyone. It's
Okay.
only like
so then
kind of one
explain to
person
me
out there
how
like that.
you want a man to like turn you on without you telling him, but at the same time he's supposed to sit there and negotiate with you about how he's going to protect you.
I
Because
think
you're supposed to
that's-
get to know a woman, bro. You're supposed to
You
get to
not
know
just see
each
what
other.
I did there?
No, I
Is
guess
the
not.
entire point of a first date.
If he has to tell you,
You asked. All you did is ask me what do I not like, and I just said I don't like to be controlled, and now we're here.
no, I'm trying to explain to you that that's a lie.
No, that's exactly
What is a
what
lie?
happened.
That's a lie, what you just said. Because by your own answers,
Your body
you
language
don't like a
go
man to sit
viral
there and
with
ask you for your
answers.
opinion on what you think and all this other stuff. You want a man to just know it and tell you what it is, or just do it.
That is not what she said.
Okay.
Holy
I'm
shit.
just gonna say okay. Yes, you're
This
right.
guy's reading between the lines. Like
I mean,
between
I'm
the
just like
lines.
logically
Okay.
going. Like, if you want a man to just know you and be able to kiss you and arouse you, etc., like it would make sense that you also want him to tell you, no, you're not fucking going out dressed like that. Sorry, that's how it goes.
Okay, so maybe I just wouldn't want him to say it like that.
I'm making the argument that you would.
You're wrong.
I'm
Bruh.
confident.
You don't get to tell her her
Yeah,
opinion.
bruh, I'm
So hold on. He
confident.
says, yeah, listen, babe.
It's
That
like
dress, I don't
it's
like
like
it.
playing two different games. It's like
Wait,
she's
wait,
playing
just-
checkers and
hold
he's
on.
like on fucking Connect
Could you
4 or
wait
something.
Yeah.
Who's mad?
It's like playing Sudoku, bro.
Yeah.
And I would consider it, and I probably would listen.
Bro,
And I would,
this is the
and
same
I
girl.
would like
See?
the authoritativeness of
Depends.
that, but there's also like an emotional intelligence where you're not just saying to me, take that off and wear something else, and talking down.
Yeah.
to me.
Agreed.
It's about how you say it.
It's all
But
about
what about
respect too.
what about respect
Yeah.
though? Respect
That is-
Respect
itself.
is obviously you
The
have
way
to
that he's
respect.
communicating with her and the way that she's communicating with him is all about respect. That's
Yeah,
There's
Yeah.
no respect
It's a
on
fine
his
line.
side.
No, no, but
it's
you,
not
hold
controlling
on.
if you guys get
You
to a
let him
middle
be your
ground.
man, right? So there must be respect there.
yeah.
So if he tells you, listen, babe, change into this.
Yes, that's so much better than how he said it. It's the how you say it. It really matters.
It is how you say it. I ain't gonna lie.
I-
Yeah.
Definitely
You're not
relieve
gonna-
Don't
him
act
regardless,
like
You're not gonna tell me.
Milky,
I
that's
did
the
it.
whole
I
thing
would-
of
I would
these people have
listen to
definitely never
that.
had a
I would listen
girlfriend.
to that.
Like,
And I would
they've never
consider,
been in a
okay,
committed
he's
relationship.
actually
They
trying
have
to
like they
protect
just
me
view it as
Switch
property.
from that. Not.
Oh, yeah.
Not he's trying to
They just
control
they,
me.
they just view the
Come on,
relationship as
come on,
property.
come on.
Like I said,
Go ahead,
that's
continue
all
what
I
you were
do.
saying.
I don't know. What
Like that's mine now.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to
I
you.
think
Yeah,
that's the
it's-
point of this podcast is to talk.
It's
like that, right?
You feel
ridiculous.
like you're independent and you're a boss.
I
babe.
am, but I also want to be protected. Like I'm not actually not a man. Like I can't actually protect myself fully.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you want
I
him to protect
appreciate-
you on your feminine terms.
Yeah, I think that's called respect.
No, that's called being a fucking.
No,
Like,
it's
yo,
not.
it's
It's
called being
not
respectful, like,
no.
Maybe
It's
you have
literally
disrespect.
being respectful.
No. You're because and this is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if you caught on, but through your own logic, you're saying in one sentence, I don't want a man to
Milky.
tell me what it is.
You did this.
But the
No, I
reality
think you're
is,
trying
You
to
where they're also
misunderstand.
streaming
No,
on
I'm listening
YouTube.
extremely
Contradicting
closely.
yourself. That's what
I'm
he's
listening
saying.
extremely
I don't
closely.
think
That's
so.
why I'm
Guess
able
so.
to go ahead and come up with
Yeah,
analogies.
'cause
I'm
there's
listening
both
to you,
items
understanding
there.
you, and giving you a
Yeah.
response. I can't articulate my point to refute yours unless I understand
Is
your
that
viewpoint.
Spotify?
What you're trying to say is, I want to be a strong,
No,
independent
it's some
woman who
random
says to
ass
me,
app.
But at the same time, I expect you to protect me based on what I think. What I'm telling you is, if I'm the one that's tasked with protecting you, I'm going to protect you on my terms because you don't understand combat, you don't understand violence, you don't understand what men are capable of. You don't know anything.
Come on, dude.
If you're
There's
not my
there's
type.
some
Stop.
women out there that would kick my fucking ass. Fucking
You-
roll my ass. Okay? Like
It's like fucking some like MMA fighter. Who's that really popular one?
Ronda Rousey?
In the WWE.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, her. Get her fucking. I'd get my ass beat by her.
For real. Like why like he's like dwindling it down to you're a man so you know how to fight, you're a man so you're stronger, like no. No, there's
He'd
some
get her
women
ass
that
beat
would
by her.
kick our ass. There's women out there who kick his ass.
There's a lot
Stop
of
running
fuckers
his
that kick his
ass.
ass.
What I'm explaining to you is,
By the way,
women are not
do you know
capable.
why they weren't streaming on YouTube the last one?
Why?
Because the guest they had on their podcast is banned off the platform YouTube.
Oh, Sneeko?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Of the violence that men
How?
are capable of, because most women have never.
If
been
you're
in a fist
having
fight
people
with
who
a
are
man
banned
before.
off
If they have, they probably
platforms
got-
on your
And
podcast,
then they realize, damn, I need to
you're
listen
doing
to my
something
man.
wrong.
So what I'm trying to explain is this:
Don't
Unless
disagree.
you're like,
you're the same girl.
why
that will
did
sit
you
there
get
and say,
banned off?
You
it?
better not tell me what to wear, but you want a guy to pull you by the hair and say, when he's.
No.
You women are all the fucking same.
You're trying to
You
be
guys
funny.
want a man. You want a man. No.
He's trying to be funny.
You see how there's
But-
some crazy shit being said in chats where they gotta bleep it out?
Oh, I want you
Yeah.
to treat me like a lady and all this
That's how I
other
said it.
bullshit, right? But then they want you to fuck the shit out of them behind the scenes
And I
and tell
definitely
them what
didn't
it
say
is,
that.
etc. Women
wait
respond
till you're
favorably.
She
to
didn't say
men
that, first
that
of
are
all.
masculine that tell them what it is.
Second, those are
The
two
reason why,
completely
because you
different
don't respect me.
situations.
Yeah.
I do respect you as my woman, not as a. Okay, and you're
Okay,
you're a
you're
Christian. You
definitely
understand
not.
this. All religions know this. By
God,
the way.
almost every
I
other
just happen
sentence is
to
bleeped.
apply it to the secular world because women tend to forget this. We are not. We have different roles,
Definitely
different roles to play, different backgrounds, different biological things that trigger us on and off.
Yeah, we're
You
different, but that doesn't mean
I don't
like
listen to you.
there's
You
authority.
listen to me. That's how this goes.
Yeah,
because
it would
women.
never work.
Hold on, stop. Because women are, in almost every regard, to men. That's the truth. That's the biological fact.
No, there's ways that we're much more
I'ma
superior
clock
to
out.
men.
Go ahead and give me one example.
In emotional
Having a child.
intelligence.
Define emotional intelligence.
Being able to be self-aware and also empathize with other people's emotions and connect all of that together. Yes, I do.
There's a biological
You just
factor
wanna
on
argue,
how
you just
women
wanna
are better,
Define
and there's a
empathy.
biological factor on how men are better.
Empathy is when you
Which
can put
would
yourself in
also
someone
imply
else's
that
shoes.
neither are better. Men and women
Like,
are equal.
Why are you trying to compare apples to oranges? Like,
Yeah.
they're different. They're always gonna be different. Yeah,
It's like
but it's not like one's better and one's worse. Like,
it's like without women, the human race would die.
like
Without men, the human race would die.
like I view
You're equal.
I view it as this completely. I know my strong suits and my weak parts of me, so I'm seeking out a partner who helps my weak parts. I'm
Yeah.
not very emotionally tapped into the world, but Alyssa is, right? So like
Mhm.
that is what I sought out, was someone who is emotionally open and can tell me when I'm being a dick, basically.
Yeah.
Like it's not all country. There's very emotionally tapped in men out there. There's very unemotional women out there. I mean, dude, like I there's a lot of people in my life that I know where their mothers were not even close to good people, nurturing none of that at all.
Yeah.
That's just not how life works. Like it's not stuck like that. This is a person-to-person basis.
Yeah.
in a serious way, and
You
then
gotta understand.
also
somebody's
then come
experience.
back into yourself and act accordingly
not
because you
the same.
understand exactly what they might be going through.
Okay.
That's what empathy is.
Interesting.
Ask Brene Brown.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that you lack empathy right now because you don't understand the concept that I'm tasked with protecting you, so therefore you must be put in my shoes? But you
That
don't know
doesn't
it, by
make
the way,
any
because you're.
sense.
And I am responsible.
I love that every
I'm
other
responsible
word
for
is
protecting
fucking
you,
bleeped.
so therefore,
Like
you
you
don't
know he's
understand the
talking
male
about.
perspective.
Oh,
So
yeah.
You are really not as empathetic as you think you
If
are.
you're on
Okay,
your
yeah,
own
you're
YouTube
I'm
channel,
just saying.
You're right,
not
you win.
posting what you're
So
saying,
you're superior, and
you're
so you
probably not
automatically
saying
gonna win.
something that's
No, no, no.
okay.
I thought he's
Yeah.
a man and he
You're
automatically
getting
wins. That makes so much sense to me. Like,
Okay.
it makes so much sense because it's like, dude,
I can hear
you,
the
you
English
want a
and
guy to
understand,
protect you
but-
on your terms and stuff. You're not gonna
My
kinda,
guy, not every guy. I'm not saying every guy has
That's
to be like
what's
that, but you
important.
asked me what do
Where's
I
your boyfriend?
like?
But a dude.
I don't have a boyfriend right now because
Exactly.
he wasn't doing that. Because he
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
because he wasn't doing that.
That's why you love
Okay, so I make the argument because
that's why
girls.
you're single.
Let me
I don't. I'm happy to be.
let me
single.
make a point real fast because girls say this all the time that they're more empathetic than men are. I actually I disagree. I don't think
Everyone's
women.
different.
It's not everyone's different. I think
Yes, it
we're
is.
actually less empathetic than men in general. Let me give you my point why.
Okay.
For me,
You're
to
way
attract
less
you to me,
empathetic
I
than
must
like me.
understand you.
Yeah.
I must know
That
what
dude
turns
is
you on,
way
what
less
turns you off.
empathetic than I
Remember
would
the
be.
example I gave you
For
earlier.
real.
I just gotta get it.
Honestly,
I gotta move in for the kiss.
He's less empathetic than you are, and you were literally just talking about how you kind of struggle with empathy.
Well, I don't get it half the
Right?
time. I don't get
I
it.
have to talk to you the right way.
Yeah,
etc.
but you
What the
can
fuck
at
do you have
least
to understand to attract me.
apologize,
apologize,
understand
I
when you've
appreciate
hurt someone.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Okay. I just
This
described
dude
a
doesn't
multitude
give a
of different
shit.
Things that men must
No.
understand about women to attract them.
Not at
Correct?
all.
We have to understand you guys.
Okay.
What do you have to understand about me to attract me?
I have to understand what you value as respect. Like men appreciate being respected.
I said attract.
What do you mean?
I said attract.
To attract?
keep. To attract.
Well, men are more visually
stopped the
motivated,
YouTube
so all I
one.
have to do is sit here and look good.
So fucking nothing. Fantastic. Thank you for proving my point.
I don't know how actual real the YouTube one was.
The point I'm trying to make, because you made
It
the
didn't move
argument that
once.
women are more
It didn't move the entire
Women
fucking
are
video.
more
I
empathetic.
really feel like you're
It's
hopping all
not.
over to different
Because as much as
topics.
men are quiet, they really think a lot.
I just listened to what you
I
said.
love
and
men.
I'm refusing.
I think
As much
think
as
men
men
are
are
great.
quiet,
But you
'cause
asked
I'm
me
quiet
what
as
what
fuck.
I don't like. You asked me what I don't like, so that was a setup.
he named out a bunch of things that women usually ask for.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "What do men ask for?"
They asked for respect.
The question was,
He said,
Attract.
"What do men?"
hold on, pause, because the question was what attracts.
Yeah.
And what attracts a woman versus what attracts a man.
So
Two
he
completely
named it
different things.
out.
Hold on.
He named it
Hold
out.
on.
So he
Men
Love?
are
asked
very
her,
simple
what
to attract. You're pretty. Okay.
What attracts people
That's-
together? I
that's
don't know.
simple. Women are more complicated
Just
to attract.
whatever they
What
feel.
keeps a
Yeah.
man
Love,
is more
loyalty,
complicated. So that's
compassion.
why I feel
No.
like the woman's empathy comes in.
And I feel like that
and
goes
I think
both
that
ways.
saying that
His
what
basic
attracts
argument
a man
is
versus
really his basic
Hold on, let me finish really
argument.
quick.
Go ahead,
Let-
go ahead.
let
I'm
finish.
gonna
So-
give you that.
saying what attracts a woman versus what attracts a man and keeping it at that basis and saying based on the attraction piece alone, the 5-second interaction and what they have to figure out and empathize with in that moment versus what has to go on throughout an
I just
entire
feel bad
relationship
like
to
if
keep a
kids
man.
watch this shit,
I
like little
think that
boys,
that's an
and like they start
unfair
to think this way.
comparison, and that's an unfair way
I
to
mean,
say
that was a
whether-
huge problem that happened with Andrew Tate.
whether somebody yeah, that is what I
I
said.
hate that idea.
But that's an unfair way to say that women or men are more empathetic because there's a lot more that goes into it and there's a lot more interaction that's untalked about there. So
I
all we're
don't get how
talking
this
about
dude
is the
almost has a
first
million
initial
subscribers.
interaction,
Yeah,
and
I
then
know.
when we talk about keeping it,
I'm
that's
on your
where
side.
more
It's just
of
the
the
clips,
woman's
too.
interaction
I'm on your
and where
side.
more of the woman's empathy comes in.
I'm on your side because at the end of the day, I'ma let you cook because I'm on your side, but at the same time, we don't really listen to men. On some real shit, we
That's
don't
sat here
really.
listening to
Not
men talk.
true.
No.
We have.
Like
look,
I
And
hate
that's all you-
generalizing
except for
like
the
this.
huge
Look,
dispute that
Yeah.
women make.
look,
Watch
look.
the cup, baby girl.
No, wait. Look.
Like, I'm sure you
I'm
listen
on
to
your
Alyssa and Alyssa
side.
listens to
Personal
you.
space, real quick.
No,
Sorry
Alyssa's
about that.
not
No, I'm
listening
not.
to me.
I'm not.
Yeah,
combating
I'm
you.
not.
I know what I got
I'm
myself
not
into.
worried about you. I'm on your side,
All right,
but
what's your
again,
point? Let's go.
they don't get heard a lot. We usually are the ones to sit here and be like, oh, but you ain't worried about my day. You ain't never asked me, good afternoon, how are you doing? Oh, do I need a massage? Da da da. When has a woman actually said, like, how are you?
I do that every day.
And that's like what, 70% out of
I'm not saying
100.
majority of women do.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
what
that there
I'm
are
saying.
women that do.
Yeah, it is.
Surfing
It is.
I don't know. Rush.
It is.
All right.
But let's
It
just get back
is.
to the question because I don't think you guys answered.
All right,
Just out of curiosity,
Again,
you
with the
guys
whole
remember how we got here?
generalization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Take
But
me
it's
through.
her turn next.
How did we get here?
Yeah.
It was about
I'm
asking
done.
what
I gotta drive.
what turns us like off in a
Hold
man.
on,
What's our
hold on, because they were talking the most. What? How do we get here?
You guys asked the question from Rumble. I think
We
it was.
stopped there.
Okay, what was the question?
He brought
How
it
did we get
there.
here?
We
We were
definitely
like
stopped
two
there.
things.
Him.
that
You're how
basically
they
Like,
got
is his
there.
whole
most
job just to
women
like
in
Okay.
relationships.
And then
paint
what?
this in
I'm
a
sorry,
negative
most
manner?
women in relationships.
And then what?
I'm almost positive it is.
When we got to her,
And the
she
way
started
he's
talking
like
about
forgets
controlling.
that
We
he
started
does
talking about
something
protecting and providing,
and then
protecting
acts like
and
the women
providing,
are going off on
relationships.
something that he didn't ask them to do.
It sounds like he just doesn't care what they're saying.
Missy.
100%.
Please.
Big ADHD, so like too many be making me like
Go ahead, talk.
yeah. So yeah. Basically, I mean, I think I've pretty much let it up.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go through with this because it's very interesting how when we listened to you guys talk back, you weren't able to extrapolate what was actually being
I
discussed.
still
and
love
the
that the
points
comments have
mattered.
been
You guys
bleeped
only
this
remember the points
entire
that gave
time.
you an emotional trigger, which is actually fascinating because this podcast has proven that time and time fucking again
I
that
wasn't
women don't
emotionally
care about
triggered
the
though.
facts. Holy fuck, bro! Like what the hell?
I wasn't.
She makes an emotional outburst in the middle of the conversation. It's
How
like,
dare you have
I
feelings?
just don't think you should speak for all of us because I
Did I
made
say
a
all?
valid point.
Did I say all?
Yes.
I never said all.
You
Yes.
said
I never
us.
said all.
Well, to be fair, there's
I
women
never
here
said
that
all
try to think
either.
that they can speak for me and they don't, so I can relatable.
This is incredible. I never said all.
Yeah, did you see the look on that girl in the lime
but
dress?
if you
His
feel
face?
That way, I guess
Well,
if the shoe
dude,
wears it. Shoe
this
fits
is
wear,
Holy.
right? How we started was 2 things that piss you off in a relationship. First thing she said was controlling. And I said, oh, how are they controlling? She goes, don't tell me what to wear. And then I said, okay, well, why does the man say that to you? And then she was like, and I said, well, it's because he's protecting you. And then she admitted that protection is a man's job, rightfully so. And then I said, well, okay, if it's his job, you have no say in the matter. I gave the example of the president of Secret Service. Most powerful person in the world doesn't fucking move unless Secret Service tells him to move. Which, by the way, I've been on Secret Service details. I'll tell you that from my professional experience. I protected presidents before. I know what the fuck it is.
Who the fuck is
Okay?
gonna pay
We tell
this
him when to
man?
fucking move. He doesn't move when he wants.
Jesus.
Next, okay? Since it's his job, you have no say. It's not your job. Then, why is it not your say? And why is it his job? Well, remember that empathy that we talked about? He understands that you're physically weaker. You don't have the same strength and ability to defend yourself in a crazy-ass world. He knows how the world really works, and he understands the violence that men are capable of. That means he has empathy because he's able to understand your position as in the world as a woman. I don't
I
make
wonder
the
what
rules. I
he's
just
saying
support it. You
sometimes,
are-
like his bleep.
So therefore, you can't protect yourself. So therefore, you can't dictate how you are going to go out into the world if you are under the protection of a man. If you are not under the protection of a man, then do whatever the fuck you want. But then you can't sit there and dictate to the man how he's going to protect you when it's his responsibility.
Dude. What?
That's. Yeah.
I hate this
A
podcast.
sentence that, yeah, I'm
really dislike this podcast.
I'm done.
Well, if you guys want to watch, want us to react to more, let me know. But this sucks. I hate this.
Yeah, my head hurts.
Peace.